So I'm going to be showing you guys how to design a single layer test marquee or a double layer test marquee. So we don't need to waste any of our time. I'm just going to present to you how it looks. Okay, this is how the single layer test marquee is looking, and this is the double marquee test layout. So I'm going to show you how to design this particular layout from scratch. You don't need to have an Elementor Pro version. With your free version, you can do this and you have this same result. You can decide to change the color to your brand color. So we're just going to use any color for this tutorial, but whenever you want to use it for a project or for your client, you can start to use your brand color. And after this section, you will know how to actually customize your own color, your own font, your style, whatever you want to do with it. You will know how to do it. What we need in this tutorial is an Elementor page builder and a custom CSS code. I'm going to provide you with the custom CSS code. The link will be available in the comment section of this YouTube video. I'm going to give you the link, so you can click on the link to access this page, which I already have available on my website. So once you click on the link, it will take you here. This is where you can copy the short code we are going to be using for this tutorial. So without wasting much of our time, let's just go straight to our computer and start this process. So let me click on dashboard. Let me go back to dashboard. I'm just going to start this from scratch, so we can both follow along. I'll create a new page just to test just a new page for this tutorial. I'm going to click on page. So whenever you want to do it, you can decide to just go straight to this section of your website you want to implement it and start doing your designs. So you don't need to, but for this tutorial, I'm just going to design it on a new page, and I'll show you how to copy and place it in each section of your website, wherever you want to implement it. Is that correct? So let me just give this page a random name. Just say Marquee. All right. I will publish. I'll publish. All right. And I will just edit with Elementor. Let me just add a new layer. Just rename this layer to single. Say single. I'm just doing this to probably make our container, clean, because we're going to be designing two different layers in this tutorial. This is for the single, but the next one we're going to be doing is going to be for the double layer. So this is the layout. I'm just going to make it a full width. Here I'm giving a percentage. Sorry, I'm going to make the width 100%. Okay, you can see mine is already 0. That's gap. if yours is having, I know by default it's going to give you 10% gap, but I already set this because this is my official website, so I've already customized this to be 0%, 0 pixel. So on your end or on your page builder, you can just change it to 0. That's all you need to do. So we'll go back to advanced, click on advanced, just click on your advanced, unlink your padding, then make the top 120, then bottom 120. You can see we are having 120 on top and 120 on bottom. And here also, you can make the viewport, that is your mean height, you can make it a view VH, or let's say 100. We're still going to change it, by the way, just to set the screen of our page. So let me give this 60. I think 100 is too much. Probably just 50. Let me make it 50. But you can play around with this. You can play around with it. It's not something you really need to focus on. So just play around with it. Make sure it suits your design. It aligns with what you want to achieve. So we're just going to change our overflow to hidden. So we are not going to be having overflow along the line. So right now we need to add another container. Let me click on this. So just add a new container. In this container, we're still going to have it as full width, probably 100%, and okay, we're just going to make this row, and our gap 0 here. Under advanced, we're going to give it 10 pixel all around. We're going to give it a color, and the background color is going to be, it's just going to be any color. I'm just going to give it this color. I already have this color here. If you want to use the same color code, this is the color code 5E17EB. So this is the color code. You can see it here. So that is what I'm using. And since we have this already, let us add our elements. We are going to add icon lists, because what we are going to be displaying on this layout is going to be form of our service or information, anything you want to display on your website in this format. So I'm just going to change the icon. I'm going to give it, let's search for star, have star, just click on that, and I'm just going to change the name, just say web design, okay. So now let's quickly, let me see. Okay, let's make this inline. Probably let's leave it first, so I'll show you why we have to make it inline. Let me just continue. I will make this gap, this space between, I'll give it 12. Our icon, we want to make the color, let's leave it as black, or probably just, yeah, let's leave it as black for this. And I'm going to increase the size, make it 18, and the gap, I'm going to give it 6. So that is that for our icon. Let's style our tests. I'm going to give the text the same color as, let's give it a primary color. But if you need this color code, I don't know, you can just 090909. That's the color code for this black, but you can use normal black color, which is 000 into 6 places or into 3 places. So here, let's give it a typography. Let's leave the font family as this and give it photography of, let's say 24. Okay, I think the size of this icon is too big. Let me just reduce it a little. Let's make it 14. All right, I think that is better. Okay, so we are done with this part. Let's go back to our contents and just duplicate this. We're going to duplicate into probably 8 so that we can have our information or services rolling without stop. You just have to, you need to have it like, we need to have a lot of them. But if you don't have enough, you can just repeat it, duplicate over and over again. What we are going to do now, I'm going to change this service probably from web design. I'm going to say IT support. You can try to use any name you want. Let me give, the spelling is not right. You can try to use anything at all you want to display, but I'm just using this for this tutorial. Okay, I can say this here. I will say OS software development. Probably that's fine. Here I can say graphics sorry, graphic designs. Here I can just I think I'm going to skip this part because we don't really need this. It's just a waste of time. Just remove the rest. Remove the rest, and I will duplicate this in 3 places. I will duplicate this in 3 places, duplicate this in 3 places, duplicate this in 3 places, duplicate this in 3 places. Okay. Now I'm just take this up. Take this up. Take this up. Then take this up as well. And yeah, take this up, take this up, take this up, take this up. I think it's looking good this way. Now you can see everything is on a straight line. We don't want it to be on a straight line. We want it to be an A line, so everything can just slide as row, probably as column, sorry. So you can see we are having this way. So what we want to have is not, we don't want something this way. We want it to be in a single line. All right, so for us to make it a single line design, we need to add a custom name to our layout. So let's go here. Our width, you can see this width we are using 100%. Let's change it to, let's custom and add mass content. You can see everything is on a straight line. Right now we are done with the designs. If you check this, and let's check the responsive view of what we have, you can see everything is looking good apart from on mobile. So we're still going to just write the same thing, same custom name for our mobile. You can see everything is looking really good. But you can see you can decide to reduce the font size on your mobile, or the whatever you want to do, but we will not be going too far with that. So let me just, if you want to change your font size, this is how you do it. Just come here. You can say this, I want to make it 18. All right, since it's on the mobile, you can do the same for your icon. You can say for your icon you want to make it 12. Okay, so that is that. Now we have already designed the layout. It's currently not scrolling, it's just stagnant. So for us to make it dynamic, whereby the text will be scrolling no stop, it loops around without stopping, we need to add our custom CSS code. So for you to add a custom CSS code to your design, you just need to go to your element and search for HTML. If you don't know what is HTML, you can probably just Google or use your chat AI, to do your research about it. If you are a designer, you should know what HTML is. That is not a debate. So since what we are going to be doing will require another layout, so we just want to have this inside this single layout so that we will not be conflicting things. Okay, that is that. I think we are fine with that. So now we can see our code snippet is empty. We don't have any code here at the moment, but we need to have our custom CSS code that we actually make this scrolling to be functional. So before we go on, let me just quickly add the style tag. I'm not going to be writing this code from scratch. I'm going to copy it from my page where I have it uploaded. So you have the link to also copy this code, just the way I'm going to copy it here now. So you're just going to scroll down and come to here where you see auto scroll animation CSS. Just copy. You can see. Once you have the code, it's still not going to change anything because this is a CSS class. If you don't include this class in your elements, in your container, or wherever you are where you have this icon list, you are not going to have any result because you have a code. You are not telling the code, you are not directing the code to any part of your design. So we need to add this CSS style, this CSS class to our element where we want this particular style to actually take place. So let's copy, or you can just, without copying, you can just write Marquee and go to our container, go to advanced, and here where you have CSS classes, just paste it there and see our scrolling test is active. This is how you design your scrolling test. You can check it on all your device to see the responsive display. You can see everything is looking perfectly well. This is how you design your single scrolling test. Okay, now that we are done with our single scrolling test, let's design our double scrolling test just the way we have it in the previous page I showed to you guys. So here we're just going to add a new, without wasting our time, let's close this. Let's add a new container. Okay, we have a new container. I'm going to rename this container to be double layer. Oh, I said later instead of, let me quickly correct that. It's supposed to be layer. Okay, so now we have the double layer section. I'm going to just do the same thing we did before. This we're going to make this percentage 100. Full width. I don't want us to waste much time, that's why I'm just going to be very fast with this. So our overflow, sorry, I'm going to make it hidden. I'll go to advanced. Okay, we're just going to unlink our padding. Top 120, bottom 120. Okay, what else? I think that is that. Okay, let me quickly add a VH. I'm just going to make it VH same size we have before, 50. Okay, that is that for our section. Now we need to add a new container. We need to add a new container. Still going to make it full width, and we'll give it a width of 125. Okay, here we are going to make it, okay, 125. Just your gaps, give it 0% and go to your style. We're going to give it a background color. And I'm just going to use my color I have here already. So you can decide to use any color, but if you want to use this same color, this is the color code 5817EB. That is the color code. Okay, so let's go to advanced quickly. Let's give it, I'm just going to unlink. I'll make this top 20, right 10, bottom 20, right 10. I just want to make it a little bit bolder, like compared to what we have here. I think we should go with what we have there. There's no need of doing this. Let's just make everything 10. Let's make everything 10. I like what we have here. Okay, that is that for this container. Let's add another container. Okay, inside this container we are going to have full width, and you want to give it a row. Gap, we're just going to make it 12. Then go to advanced. Just leave it the way it is, and then add our elements. Icon. Let's quickly style our icon. icon list and give it, probably use the same name, or probably just copy from here. Just copy everything here and paste. I will make the icon, I'll just change the icon to 0. Cycle, okay, cycle, sorry. Look for a cycle that we can use. Let's look for a cycle that we can use. Let's use this cycle. I'll change the color. Probably let's use that cycle and change the color to the color we want to use, which is white. F. That's the color for white. Here I'm just going to give it font size of 5 and 6. Okay, a gap 6. That is that. So let's quickly start the test. The colors, I use the same color code, which is 5, which is white. The font size, let me change this font family. Let's just give it a different font family this time. Okay, what is going on? Righteous, search for righteous. All right, I think this is it. Need something a little bit stylish. Okay, I'll give it font width size of 500. Sorry, font width of 500, size of 24. Line height 29. Then our word spacing, let's just give it 0.48. I think that is that. So let me quickly customize this, because right now we're just having everything in a single list. We need to have them in different lists. Okay, let me quickly do that. Let me copy, cut. Okay, want it like this. Let's duplicate, paste. But you can just do the typing from scratch, but me, I just want to just copy and paste. But if you are doing yours, just do the typing. Type whatever you want to add, or you have it somewhere, you can also paste. So let me just to get it. So we have it ready. So let me do pasting. You can just force this section. You don't need it. It's just waste time and you add it. So we have it slash. Okay. Right, we're done with this. So let's quickly make it a line. So we can do a line. So the next one we're doing is we're just going to we're going to duplicate this. Actually, we have to do that before, so we can have it rotating for a very long time without stopping. So when we have it this way, we can keep going without stopping. So let's quickly set this. We've done this before, but if you still want me to explain how we do the explanation, here we're just going to change the width size to a custom name, which is mass content. Once you have it that way, everything will be on a straight line. So let's quickly check the responsive view. You can see we don't have the same change on our mobile. You just copy the name or you type it and paste it here as well, so that you can have it here. You can have it just the same way we're having it. Just the way I'm having it, okay? So the next thing we need to do right here is let me go back. Now let me duplicate this container. Sorry. Let's duplicate this container. Now we're having a double text layout. So let's change this. Let me quickly change the name. So it doesn't really matter, but I just want to have a clean layout. This is the bottom. So what are we going to do next here? Let's just change the background color. Let's change the background color from this color to a different color. So click on your container, then go to style. When you get to the style, just give it a color name of anything you want to have. Here I'm just going to give it 2B and B. You can just give it any color you want, it doesn't really matter. But for this tutorial, I'm just using this color. So now we have our designs already, but you can see everything is just stagnant. No, we are not having this functionality yet. And also remember, we want to make it a double layout. So we are not having that. For us to have that, like I discussed with you guys before, you need to have a custom CSS. Add your custom CSS code. All right. So let's quickly add our custom CSS code, just the way we did it before. It again. HTML. What's going on? Okay, we have it here now. Let me rename the container. Custom code. All right, let's quickly add our custom CSS code. Just go to the link. Okay. The top layer style, you just copy the first, that's the top layer style. You paste. Once you paste it, go back, copy the class name. You come to your container, then you place the class name. You can see now slide. Okay, so you go to the bottom, you also copy the same thing. For the bottom, you copy the same thing. You go to your CSS code. Before your closing tag, just add the code you copy. Before your closing tag, copy and paste it. You go back, you copy the class name, which is this. You go to the container, go to advanced, then paste the class name inside your class. You can see what we're having here right now. Okay, let me just give this thing. Let me take it down, please. It's interfere with this. Let me just add a margin. No problem, let's give it 100. Supposed to be margin top. Okay, that is that. Now we're having, let me just view this very, we can see now, you can see we are having our layout on a slide view. So you can see how they are rotating. The bottom layout is actually covering the top. No, we don't want it to be that. We want this top to be at the front. So if you want to achieve that, what do? There is when you apply your Z index. So go to your advanced, you add in your Z index, you just give it 2. So you can see the top layer now is at the front, right? So what next do you need to do? It's still stagnant. There's nothing going on. So let's add the auto scrolling. So at the top, copy this for the top container. You go to your custom code, you paste. After pasting it, you go back, copy your class name, copy the class name, then you go to inside your top container, go to your container where you have your icons, go to advanced, quickly go to advanced, then you paste the class name. You can see it's moving already. We're going to do the same for the bottom layer. Copy. The reason why we don't have to start writing this code from scratch is because it's going to take a lot of time. So if you want to learn how to actually customize your element with CSS, you can go through some videos on YouTube, probably also use ChatGPT to get your hands dirty with it. But if you want me to provide you a video of a CSS tutorial from beginners to advanced, how we do that. But for now, we're just going to stick with the code we have available. Alright, so let's quickly add the class name to the bottom. So after that, we are done. Yeah, you can see how the tests are scrolling perfectly well. This is really looking good, right? Like I said, you can start to change your background color. You can decide to increase your font, decrease your font, increase your background size. So everything you can do is, let's check it on our laptop. Now laptop view is looking perfectly clean. It's looking very well. Mobile is looking, sorry, on our tablet is looking really nice. on our mobile. Let's see what we have. Everything is looking clean. All right. So this is how you start. You have your double layout and your single layout text scrolling, which is the Marquee. All right. That is that. But if you want to add this to your page, all you need now, if you want to add it to your page, you can just publish. I think I've already published. Okay, let me publish. After publishing this, the reason I wanted to publish is so that you won't lose your designs. So after publishing this, you can just close. Whatever container you want to use, you can click, right click, then you save. All right, you save as a template. Once you save as a template, wherever page you want to use it, it's just for you to add the template to your page, and that is that. So let's assume, let me just show you this. Let me assume I want to use this double layout on my design, on my page, or my about us page. Let me just save. I don't really need to do this, but just for the tutorial, so you have, so that you can see how it is done. So I just want to show you double layout test. Okay, I think the name is even too much. Okay, let me save this. Okay, so this is it here. Let me close. Let me go to my page. Where's my page? This page. I don't really want to waste much of our time, but let me just show you how you can add it to your page whenever you want to add it. Okay, let me edit the Elementor. Okay, so let me quickly show you how you can add the double text screen layout in your page, whatever page you want to, wherever you want to add it. Let's assume I want to have it here. Okay, I'm just going to click on add. Right here, I'm just going to click on this. You can see this icon, form of a folder icon. I'll click on it. Here is going to take you here where you can access your templates. Remember, we already have that template saved. All I need to do right now is just to insert the template, which is the double layer test Marquee. So I'm just going to set it, apply. All right. Okay. All right. It's coming up. You can see immediately after inserting it, I'm already having the design right here. I don't know what's going on, but you already have the idea of what you want to achieve. That is how you can include it in your page, right? So once you have it that way, you can play around with it, reduce the size, increase the size, adjust it. Probably that is all. So that is all we will be doing for this tutorial. So have a wonderful time. Please, if you have not subscribed, if you've watched this video, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Don't you want this video to get to others? Don't you want other people to benefit from what you just watched? Don't you want me to keep creating videos, useful tutorial videos about all these projects in the future? Don't you want me to keep doing it? You don't want to motivate me? You just watch, you don't subscribe, you don't like, you don't comment, you don't even share. What are you doing? Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.